announced Deathshot, and this is kind of one of the very few times we're going to see actually live gameplay of these new characters. A lot of it was just in videos before, but this is, these guys are actually playing the character.
Oh, Harley Quinn. Hello, Harley.
Harley from the Suicide Squad. We're excited, good timing as far as, when to bring that up. Our returning characters, Harley, we really wanted to keep each character kind of the essence of how they felt in the last game. So if there was you had a favorite character, you kind of feel at home, but also add a lot of new stuff that, you can still learn. Harley Quinn can actually summon these hyenas to attack your opponent, and Blue Beetle's awesome. He's got the cherub. He's got the arms behind him, and it's just how he can transform his arms into different, weapons and guns, and it's just awesome.
It's going to add a nice variety of gameplay. Does he have sort of different abilities that you can take form and try to manipulate him the way that you want him?
Yeah, absolutely. He's, and then again, all these characters, the way you see him now, he's going to look, dramatically different in, like, let's say 2-3 weeks when you've equipped him with, hundreds of pieces of gear and keep gearing up. So when you get online and you play against another characters, Harley and other characters, Blue Beetle, they'll look different. So you'll have such a crazy look about them.
That's amazing. That's incredible. Yeah. That made you laugh, didn't it?
You don't expect something like that to happen. You mentioned the different pieces of armor. How customizable is the armor going to be? Are we going to be able to outfit our character with, 20, 30 different pieces of armor?
Well, there's kind of like 5 main slots, and each character has like a different like main piece that pieces that changes. Batman obviously is going to change his utility belt a lot, sure. His cape, his cowl, his insignia and chest and all that. And so it's kind of like we make the choice based on the character, what's kind of like their signature costume pieces.
Nice.
And so it's been a lot of fun for our designers and for our artists in terms of kind of defining this transition.
Oh,
it has a cool kind of cameo from Black Manta there.
Oh!
That's another thing about the previous game was how interactive the backgrounds and the levels themselves can be. Are you guys going to step that up with this game as well?
Absolutely. That's what we feel is a big part. It's like a signature feature of Injustice is interaction with backgrounds, multiple backgrounds on the arenas, and kind of getting a feeling of two different arenas to fight in. These are kind of like the gear drops that you have, where you'll see the stats that how it increases strength or defense or your special abilities, and you can apply them right there if you want, or you can go to kind of like a gear screen and kind of equip it how you kind of customizing it to a specific fight.
And how often are we going to see those loot drops? Is it something that we're going to have to sort of grind towards to finally unlock a piece of new armor? Or is it going to be something that happens more frequently?
We'd like to have it fairly frequently, but not to the point where it's not an event at all.
Sure.
And so we're still kind of messing with the exact frequency, but we definitely want to have, and certainly in the beginning, the player to really get an understanding of that whole process of constantly upgrading your character and making decisions. We're going to have, certain challenges that you need specific pieces of gear just to get into the challenge.
Oh, wow.
So that'll be part of your collection is, Batman might need a piece of kryptonite gear to fight a certain, boss Superman or something. Or if he goes into that tower without that gear, he just gets annihilated. But then when he has this kryptonite gear, then it really ups your chances. So that kind of game as far as, strategically picking your gear and for certain situations, it's going to be part of the fun of kind of having this collection of gear.
And what if there's that, that one piece of gear that you love so much, you just can't let go, but you have something that's even better? Is there any way to sort of avoid losing that, or do I have to just give up my passion for that piece of
No, you have a whole storage of gear that you can have. Like it's kind of like a locker room, and you can change outfits as needed. Nice. So you always be able to keep that kind of special piece of gear that is some legendary piece that you found that you never want to get rid of.
Oh God!
You don't want to. No.
What's going to happen now?
Water
slides?
It's
a series of tubes.
It's a water slide, mid-level, nice, relaxing. Sort of take a break, cool off. And so, how much fun is it for you guys not only to just put characters, that people want to see in the game as playable characters, but you mentioned like you get to see characters in the background you might not necessarily get to play as. But is that cool for you guys to get to dive into and just add characters to the mix that people might not notice, and then you play through a couple times and you're like, oh, I didn't even notice that person was there?
It's the coolest thing in the world. You know, our entire studio is huge, you know, superhero fans, you know, DC fans, and you know, there are a lot of characters that we never got a chance to put in, like Blue Beetle, and that we didn't get to the first game. And when we announced them, you know, we've had, you know, years of people just kind of clamoring, you know, Blue Beetle, Blue Beetle. I interact with a lot of our fans on Twitter, and Blue Beetle was one of easily the most requested characters.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you guys go about picking characters? It's just
a lot of it is the feedback
fan
from
feedback.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Kind of interacting with them. I put polls every once in a while on Twitter.
Really?
Who would you rather see in the game and whatnot, and we listen to that.
Well, hopefully we get to see the Questioner Booster Gold sometime. You never know. Those are dope. Those dudes are dope.
You want that Booster Gold?
I want Booster Gold, man. He will never get any credit for winning a match.
You follow Ed on Twitter, maybe he'll put that in a poll.
I don't know.
You can respond, and then you can maybe have that.
A chance
That
to
vote.
put
You can have
my
that
vote.
vote. That puts
You know what? With the election coming up too, your vote is a very
voting
poignant thing to
counts.
have happen. Yeah. What's happening? Oh.
See, even Harley Quinn has she has pigtail covers. Sometimes you got to protect the piggy tails.
Yeah, that's one of the pieces of costume you can get to upgrade her you know, her stats with is those covers and the details.
And even with the unlocks we saw earlier, there was like a legendary, a rare. There's going to be different tiers of.
Exactly. And your character's going to kind of level up to, you know, different levels. We'll have a ceiling that everybody can hit, so you can level up all, you know, 28 characters. Okay. There's a lot of, you know, literally thousands and thousands of pieces of gear scattered in the game that, you know, you're on this kind of constant hunt to find.
And are they going to be like sets of gear? Like if you have.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh yeah. We'd love to do, you know, sets that are themed together. You know, like maybe like the Harley movie set, or the Harley from the animated series, or, you know, all the different incarnations of these characters. We'd love to be able to represent them with gear pieces.
And you guys get to take from all sorts of, like you mentioned, the animated series, you can do the movie stuff, so you can just play from the entire DC library of costumes and outfits that we've seen.
That's one of the funnest things about, you know, kind of doing this. It's a very collaborative thing with DC. They give us access to all of this content, so we're constantly watching animated series, reading the comic books, and just, or, you know, obviously